This
at level
conference
5.
will now be recorded.
Okay, and I
Yeah,
know
go
the
on.
challenges that how it goes and how much difficult it is to learn something new, and the most important part is how much difficult it is to focus on something learning new.
Actually, that is the reality. I mean, that is true reality. We
Yeah,
cannot deny it.
yeah, we cannot deny it.
That's there. Hey, Purnima, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Rahul. Good morning, all.
Good morning. So yeah, we were
Good
just
morning.
just discussing. You. So Palla, you know Purnima?
Yes, I know Purnima.
Good, good, good. I suspect yesterday only, but thought of
Yeah, we work together in
yeah,
Capgemini
that's
for
what.
a
That's
brief
what.
amount of time. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what. Good.
Good to hear that Pallav still remembers me.
I remember everyone, Purnima.
Good, good, good. So, yeah, Purnima, like we were just discussing about the how was yesterday's session, and then what is the one point, one key point you liked it about. So, just your words, like from your end.
Mm, yeah, actually, the blueprint about the IT professional life.
Mhm.
I know, like, I am falling on the last category. Still, I have taken a step that I have to learn and, come out of that barrier. Uh, and hope I'll do that.
Right,
I will,
right.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. Great. And thank you, like, for making it out. It's 5 a.m. in the morning over here, and
Yeah, I
you join. So, yeah, that's amazing.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Dada Sahib. How are you?
Good morning, Rahul. Good morning, all. I'm good. How are you all?
Good, good, good. Going good. So yeah, so just want to know, like, how was yesterday's session, and what is that one key point you want to focus it on, or bring us on table.
The roadmap you have provided yesterday, it was amazing, where I need to work on. And it was clear crystal where I to go and how to go.
Mm,
That was
good.
amazing thing. Clearly understand roles and responsibility and how to move forward.
Mm, good, good. That was my total intention, overall intention. What I learned from my experience, from others' experience, from my mistake, from others' mistake till life, and I come up with that something which is there in my mind. Good, good to know that. Uh, uh, Durga will not be there today. Waiting for Ankit. Not sure where he is. Just give me a minute. Let me check on him.
This conference will now be recorded.
Uh, we'll make a start. Yeah. So we'll start from the basic. Akshay is also now not there. So I guess none of you, I guess, have idea like never work or I mean, do you have any tool at your desktop or at your workstation installed for Selenium?
We have added
no, not
Selenium,
yet.
Eclipse.
Mhm. Okay, so only you have is it? Yeah. Okay, so we'll go over how to download it. how to install it, and then how to kickstart. Yeah. So I would say that is the first thing which we need to get into. Right. Let me quickly share my desktop. Hope you guys are able to see my desktop.
Yes, Rom.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So well, so we'll kickstart. So today is what our the day one session, and usually I used to go with the introduction to the Selenium, yeah, and its integrated components. So as I discussed, like as we discussed yesterday as well, yeah. So what is Selenium and why it is so popular? Yeah. So the very first thing, Selenium is an API, yeah, so application programming interface. It's an open source automation tool. We say that, but it's not a tool. Why I'm saying it's not a tool? Because now you guys know, right? You are working already. So whenever we have something to installable, yeah, so that is comes under the category of tool or the service, yeah, or the application, yeah. So if you take an example of the mobile, so if you want to have anything in your mobile, so we need to install it. We need to download it from the the Play Store there, right? And then we need to install it. So anything come up with the installable file or installation that falls under the category of the tool. Yeah. But Selenium is open source. It's a plug and play kind of utility, isn't it? So we do not need to install anything in the Selenium. It just we need to consume it. That is something what it is. And that is called it as a API. That falls under the category of API. Yeah. So like so that is something it is. So whenever you go for the interview, so I hope, right? So everyone, you might have a notebook and a pen there with you, so that you can note it down, right? Whenever I'm saying this is what the interview question is, yeah. So, anyways, you will be having the recording. You will be going through this recording multiple times. But yes, it's very good you if note it down the question there and there only, isn't it? So what it gonna do? So at the end of the entire session or end of the each day session, you will have some handful questions there with you, isn't it? So that's there. So because like when we are live, so that is something which is coming from from wherever that question or that topic or that in my mind. So it's come there only, isn't it? So that's there. So please note it down whenever I'm saying this is what the interview question is. Yeah. So that is what the key point is. So that's there. Like when you go for the interview, never ever say Selenium is an automation tool. Yeah. So always say Selenium is an API, isn't it? So that is something which keep you stand away, right, or stand outstanding, right? That is what something which is keeping you like aside from the general categories. Yeah, the very first thing, it is a small word, but it's going to make a difference when you go for the interview. Because like when we take an interview, we want such kind of inputs, like so everyone knows, right? So Pallav knows very well, Purnima knows very well. When we go for the interview, when we take the interview, we do not have much time. We have hardly 15 minutes. In that 15 minutes, we need to screen the guy, isn't it? So there are some key points which we need to get from the guy, and that's it, isn't it? So that is very important. So you need to be fall into that category, and you need to bring those keywords or key points in your interview, and then that is what gonna help us to move forward. Yeah. So it is very important. So what are all the keywords or what are all the points we keep on the we present when we go for the interview? Yeah. So that is something which is this some small change will gonna keep you in different pool. Yeah. So that's there. So always say Selenium is an API. Yeah. And second thing again, So what is selenium? There are n number of things about selenium. Selenium is this, selenium is that. Yeah. So very simple. If you go over here, so I'll give you this official URL. So this is what the official URL of the Selenium. You just Google it out, Selenium, and then you will get it. So this is what the official URL. So you will get each and everything about a Selenium over here on this URL. So let me ping you over here only. So you can get the details from the chat box. Yeah. So I'm gonna go here and paste it over here. So like you can get it from the chat box, yeah, and make a note of it. So this is what the official URL. So you'll get each and everything from here only. And what it is saying, this is what it is about. Selenium automates browsers, and that's it. That's the only thing. The official definition. What is Selenium and what it do? Selenium is an open source application programming interface and it automates browser. That's the only definition we have about the Selenium. Simple in two lines, isn't it? That's it. Nothing much more. And then is our capability, how we use it and where we use it. It can be molded in multiple ways. It can be integrated in n number of tools. Yeah. So it's our way, so our guts, our talent, right? Our business requirement, where we use it, how we use it, isn't it? So that's there. So very simple. Keep it very simple, just in one or two line. Selenium is an application programming interface and it automates browser. That's the only thing. All right. So moving forward, no tool, nothing like that. So it's only simple two-liner definition of the Selenium is all about. All right. So that's there. So make a note of this official URL. So we're gonna play around this URL multiple times. www.selenium.dev. That's it. Simple. All right. So that's there. And then if you just scroll down, so we have different parts of the Selenium. So we have Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid, right? So these are what the three main parts of the Selenium. As of today, we had Selenium RC as well, called as Selenium Remote Control for some period of time. But like the Selenium WebDriver has overcome on over the Selenium Remote Control. Selenium RC. Yeah. So very first thing, like what Selenium come up with, the Selenium IDE. Yeah. So this is what from where the Selenium has been started, right? Selenium RC. So like Selenium IDE. So what this IDE is today also, like if you want to use it, you can use it. So it's a plug and play kind of utility. So what we need to do is we just need to download this you know uh, this extension, right? You might be knowing, right? We have some extensions over here. If you are looking at my desktop and if I'm moving mouse over here, so these are all the extensions we have. You can see the different extensions over here, isn't it? So in the same way, we will be getting the n number this like this extension for this Selenium. We can get the extension for the Chrome browser, we can get for the Firefox, we can get for the Edge browser as well. Yeah. So what this do? So this is gonna be a record and playback kind of utility. So you can just play around it. Like is no one is using it. It's kind of very baby step, initial step, like so, right? So no one is generally using it, but yes, is there Selenium IDE. So you just need to install it and then just play around it. So just open it, start it, and say like play around any website. So it will record and then it will give you the snippet. Yeah. So that's there. But in real life, it will not going to help you because that is something which is not good. I mean, this is n number of challenges over there in Selenium IDE. So no one is using it, just there in the market. So like just for your introduction. And then we had Selenium RC for a couple of years in the market, and then like it was again at that time we used to start the server, we run the server, and then that is again dealing with the server only. Once the server start, then we can deal with the the Selenium RC remote control, and then we need to get the things and then start coding and all those stuff. So it's again a painful, very painful. Then this came in the market, Selenium WebDriver. Yeah. So this is something which is amazing. Yeah. So it's something which is running as of today, and is it has captured the entire market by killing QTP from the market. Yeah. So if you know, so we had this is something there in the market before Selenium. Yeah. Which is called as the QTP. Or yeah. So the challenge of the QTP was it is the Windows base work on the IE platform only, and this is what the language that they use when we were working on the QTP. So it is very restricted kind of stuff. Yeah. So this is very restricted kind of tool we had, because the QTP comes with the installable file again. Yeah. And then it is very restricted. So only for this particular platform we used to have it, and number of limitation. But whereas Selenium come up with the n number of things. Yeah. So if I go over here today, right? So we have this WebDriver and all those stuff. Yeah. Has integration with multiple, the sponsors. And if you just scroll down, if I go to downloads, see, this is what the Selenium is all about. So as of now, Selenium is supporting these five major languages. Yeah, it supports the C Sharp, Ruby, Java, Python, and the JavaScript. The very first and the most important, the feature of the Selenium, why it is so popular. Yeah. So again, this may be, I mean, generally everyone knows this, but yes, no one is gonna ask you in the interview. But like sometime it is there, right? So just keep in your backend, right? So it's supporting as of now supporting five languages, right? This is what the five languages we have where it is support. How do you get it? You need to go to the download section of this particular website and you will get it over here. You just need to scroll, isn't it? You just need to scroll. So over here, you have the Ruby language, Java language, Python, and the most used the language is 90%, right? 85 to 90% is the Java language. It's a worldwide used language, and today, like if you are installing Java first time, you will be able to to know like how many devices are running on this particular language as of today. Probably, I would say some billion devices are running on the Java language. Yeah. So if you install it today, so you will be able to understand, like you will get that count, right? It will show you that pop-up message, the number of devices running on the Java platform today, as of today. So that is what the popularity of the Java language, as of today. And we get n number of support, hell, lot of support for the Java language anywhere. Just Google it out what you want and you will get the answer straightforward. That is what the big community of the Java languages we are having. N number of videos are available on the YouTube. Go anywhere, ask for Java, it's there and there for you. It's only thing you just need to consume that. It is very easy, straightforward language. Yeah. So it's very easy and it's very like you must know this language. That's what I'm saying. So it's amazing language, easy to understand, and you just need to dedicate some time for it. But yes, it's very good to know this language. Yeah. And second, coming in the market is what the Python. Yeah. So Python is again the amazing one. What is the most the important point I learned, or mostly guys love about the Python, the coding lines. Yeah. So if I'm writing any code in the Java language, and if I write a 10 line of code in Java, Python will gonna do it in just 2 or 3 lines. That is what the beauty of the Python is, isn't it? So Python come up with its own library. Python has a huge library set. So as for the function, Python is having it. Whereas in Java, we have the limited functions. We need to create our function, right? For each and every activity. Suppose I want to drag and drop something, right? Or suppose I want to upload some the video, right? Suppose I want to upload some file, so we need to create a function for it, right, in Java. Whereas in Python it is available, you just need to use that and then you are done. So Python come up with the huge library. Yeah, the library base of Python is amazing. So it down the line, the Python tries to overcome the Java. I have no idea how it will gonna goes, but it's again the competition going on in the market. But yes, that's there. But as a moment, Java is the giant, and then that's the present condition is all about. Not sure where it goes, how it goes, but that's there. Yeah. So this is what the five major language the Selenium supports. Yeah. And like again, if you just go down the browsers, yeah, Selenium supports Firefox, IE, Safari, Opera, Chrome, and the Edge. Yeah, this is what the all browsers Selenium supports as of today, right? So IE, probably, I mean, you might guys know, mostly we are not using as of moment because the Windows has stopped the support of the IE. We have the Edge now, so we are using Edge, yeah. And then like probably we have all these browsers, right? So most famous is the Chrome, and then yeah, Opera, Safari we have, and Firefox. That is what we also have in the market. Yeah, so this is what all browsers Selenium supports. Yeah, and then if I just scroll down, this is what the operating systems: Windows, Mac, and then the Linux. All three platforms it support. That's what is popular in the market, right? So this is something pretty old. The screenshot I took, but yes, this is what as of today. Yeah. So we have IDE, RC, WebDriver, and then Grid. So RC is no longer available now. So that's what you are only able to see three things, right, over here. So that's there. So as of now, what we have is about only three things: the WebDriver, IDE, and the Selenium Grid. Yeah, that's what we have over here. So if you want to know something more about Selenium, so it's the about section. If you can go over here, and in about, like, we have the about Selenium ecosystem history. So you just go when you have some free time, just for knowing about what Selenium is all about, when it has been started, who has that. So this is what the organization thought works, yeah, in the Chicago as of today. So this is what the owner of the Selenium. Yeah, so that's there. So if you have some time, just go over this. Yeah, so you'll be able to understand, get it more, right? So that's there. And then, like, just walk over here. So like, you will get most of the thing out of this. See, Selenium ID, and then where it has been made, and then who has started writing all this stuff. Yeah, so you'll get some idea from here about the Selenium history, and then ecosystem and all those things, right? If you just go over this, you will be able to understand what it is, how it is. Yeah, some framework has been given. There are a number of stuff in this particular website. So each and everything about Selenium we will get it here. Yeah, so just be with me. I'll let you know what are all things which we need to focus on. So that's about, like, over here. So let me go to documentation. So this is what, like, we'll get some stuff and something. So we'll come to this part later. All right. So in ThoughtWorks as well, the WebDriver is an project. Yeah. See, for us, Selenium WebDriver is a component, but like for ThoughtWorks is an one particular project. So they are working on this, and daily we are getting something, right, which is new. Yeah. So yeah, these three are their major projects: Selenium Grid, IDE, and very first come is the Selenium WebDriver. So that's there. So like, if you have some time, just go around. Yeah, over here. So that's there. Yeah. So what comes next, right? So we'll start with the Java, and then we're gonna go ahead and use the Eclipse. So how to download Java? So anyone is having any idea? So it's good, but let me tell you how we can quickly do it. So in order to download Java, so as of moment, like I guess Selenium 12, 13, 14, they're in the market, but don't go with that. Go with just say download. um Here it is, JDK 1.8. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Yeah, so you can note it down. So it's a Java Development Kit. So download JDK 1.8, and yes, like mostly we are using the Windows, so you can go for the Windows. If you have the MacBook, you can go for the MacBook as well. Yeah. So now, it's been taken over. Like the Oracle has, is the one who has taken care of this the language, and then you can go ahead with downloading the JDK, right? So whenever what is coming first to you, so you just need to download from the www.oracle.com. That is what it is. So just go over here, and then you will be able to see something. Yeah, this is what the correct one. Yeah, this is what the overall feature. So this is what we need to have. Yeah, Java like Selenium 8. So this is what we need to get it. Selenium like 1.8. Yeah. So just open this URL. Here we are. Yes, on this page we will be. So let me get this page for you as well. I'll ping you in the chat box. You can get it from there. So this is what the URL. How do we get it? Just search for the Google, and then you will get it. Oracle is someone who is taking care of this language. Yeah. So over here, just came, and then what you need to do is based on your operating system and the configuration, you need to get it. I guess like we most have the window and then the 64 operating system. So this is for us, right? So like no one is working on the 32-bit at the moment, but if in case you have 32-bit, so you can go for it. So if you're having Solaris, so this is what for you. If you are having MacBook, if you are having a Linux, right? So everything has been given over here. So Linux, which version you are having, ARM or these particular things, so that's there. So like this been given over here. So whatever operating system you are, based on your operating system configuration, it has been provided. Yeah. So mostly go with this. I believe we almost have Windows and 64-bit, right, operating system. So go for it. Just download. You need to download this exe file. But before downloading this, I guess you need to register. That is something Oracle has started now. Yeah, so I was on this. So I already have my credentials, so I can just enter it and go ahead. But for you, you just need to just need to sign up with your how we are signing in general, like initial name and all those stuff. So you just need to sign it up, and then download it, right? Create your credentials, so it will allow you to download. So I just need to sign up, and then it will probably start downloading. But for you, you need to register yourself with your first name, last name, email address, and all those things, and then it will give you the downloadable file. That's there. So I can see it's been downloaded. Yeah. So JDK this for the Windows. If I go over here, all right. So here it is. Yeah. So you can see we got this thing. Yeah, so it's been downloaded today only. So what you just need to do is you just need to double click this thing, and then it will gonna take care. You just need to say yes and just go forward, saying yes, 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 I agree, and all those things. Just go ahead. It's been already installed in my machine. I don't really want it to be installed. It won't allow me to install because it's there already in my machine. And then if I want to do that, I want to uninstall and then again do it. So for you it's going to be very easy. Just download this file and say SSS, and then I agree like the agreement what is coming at the end. And then it will going to ask you the space, give it that. By default it will going to get the C drive right from your machine, so let it be. So just go ahead and then it will done right in your system. So once that is there, so probably you will get something at your machine. So what is that? Let me show you. And then by the way, like you guys know right how to see your machine configuration, I don't need to get into that. So just go properties, and then you will be able to see whether you are 32 bits, 62 bits, something like that. So you can get it from there. Yeah, so this is what your machine configuration is about. So 64-bit operating system, isn't it? If you just want to know, so this is what the way, like you know this thing. Yeah, this is very basic. All right, so that's there. So like probably it will go and create something in your program file. Yeah, here it is. So it's been pretty much old. 2021 is there. I was installed it. So you will get something like this at your C drive wherever you're gonna install it. Yeah. So by default, it is gonna take this path. Let it be default. Yeah. Let it be on the C drive only, and then you will get these two files right over here at your desktop. Yeah. So JDK and the JRE. So that's gonna be there in your desktop when you install it. Right. Just go with that exe file. Say next, 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 and install. It will gonna install in your um, file. Yeah, that's there. So just let it be there. Now what is the next thing you need to do? Yeah, so you need to configure it, right? So when you install here, right, so it's not going to be directly coming to your machine. So it's not, it just downloaded, but you won't be able to access it right away, right? So for that what you need to do is, so you just need to go your system variable, right? I'll say you what you can do is just type edit, and then you will get it edit system variables. Yeah, so go there, and you need to go over here, environment variables. Go there, and in environment variable, what you need to do is you need to create something like this. See, I created Java underscore home and then path of it. What you need to do is over here, come under the system variables, click on new, write java underscore home, and what you need to do is you need to provide in this path where your jdk stands. Let's copy it, paste it over here. That is something you need to do. Are you getting me? What I need to do is, right, I'll repeat it one more time. So just on your search bar, right, like type edit. So or there is another way as well, you can go into file and then all those stuff, but this is the easiest way we can get it. Go to edit system variables. Over here we have the environment variables, right, in the advanced section. Right, we have the environment variables. Go over there in system variable, like what you need to do is you need to click new, say java underscore home, and you need to type in your path over here. What is that? Where your sorry, this is not the right one. Yeah, where is your java? So you just need to copy this and paste it over there and just say okay. Yeah, so as you done this, so it will be gonna there in your machine as a environment variable. And then what is the next thing? Just give me guys a minute, guys. Plug the charger. All right, and then what you need to do the next, you need to find this path. Yeah, it will be there at your the machine, and in the under this category only, system variables. You need to find it and say, this time you need to say edit, right? You don't need to create new. This time you need to say edit, right? And at the end, you just need to add it. How do I do it? See, how do I add it over here? What you need to do is you need to type in percentage. What is the name you have been given? Java underscore home. Don't do any mistake over here. If you use small case, use the small case. If you use the capital one, use the capital one. Standard practice is everyone is using capital, so go with the capital one, but it's your choice. If you want to go with small capital, do whatever you want, whatever name you want to give, you are free to give, but don't make any mistake over here, right? If you want to give xyz, this also work, but that needs to be xyz everywhere, isn't it? So that is what the basic idea is, right? So like this is what the standard, wherever you go you will see Java home, so go with that. But it's up to you only. It's user friendly. No one is going to stop you and no one is going to questioning you why it is xyz. No, not all, not at all, isn't it? But that needs to be correct and same as you created the variable over there. Yeah. So percentage Java home, and then you need to write slash. You need to specify the path of binaries. You need to specify bin over here. What this bin stands for? If I go over here, so you can see these binaries. Yeah. So this is what the binary path we have to specify. Yeah. So you can see Java W is here and Java WS is here, right? So don't go into this. It's not our job. What we need to do is Java hyphen bin, right? And this bin stands for this binaries folder. Yeah, all these binaries of the Java is been accessible by your system now, right? So we have Java as well over here. Yeah? So this is, comes under development and category. It's not our job to look into it. But yes, this is something which we really need to, right? So I already have it, so I don't gonna save it. So you need to enter something like this and say okay, okay over here as well. Don't forget to click okay here as well, and okay here as well. Three times you have to create the okay. Yeah, don't miss it. So that's there. Well, this has been done, right? What you need to do is go to your command prompt, type cmd. It will gonna open you the command prompt, right? And say java hyphen version. If you get this message at your command line, that means Java is successfully configured in your machine. If you are facing any challenge over here, that means it is not configured. This is very first thing which you need to do. Yeah. So this is what the message we want. So what is what? Like it's gonna give us a Java version which is 1.8.0291. That is something which we installed. If we go here, where it was, program files, and then Java. Yeah, 1.8 point. So this is old one, I guess. 0291. 0291. You can see the same one. And then uh, environment variable and then hotspot and 64-bit server. That is what we have. So we need to get this basically these three line from your command prompt. So once that is there, that means Java is successfully installed at your workstation. Yeah, this is the very first thing which you need to do. So you can do it with command prompt, you can do it with PowerShell, right? Like, if you have shell, so you can do it with there as well. So like Windows PowerShell. So again, we'll get the same thing over there as well. So if someone is using shell, so yeah, so that is there. So you can go ahead and use again same. We'll be able to get the same message over here as well, right? So both ways you will be able to understand it. Yeah, so you need to have these particular things there with you. Yeah, so go with any one of the approach, go with the shell or the command prompt. Yeah, so you will get the same. All right, so that's there. So this is what the clarification, like how is your Java configured or not, and which version. If it is configured, then which version we are on. So this is what it is, and this is what the way, easiest way, simplest way you can use or install the Java at your workstation. All right. And then when you are installing it, right, when you are running this exe file at your end, so just watch, you will get pop-up message, right, when where it is, it's in download. So when you are running this exe at your workstation, right, just have a look at the end or the in the beginning all as well, you'll get that pop-up message. Some billion devices, 10 or 12 or 15 billion devices are running on the Java platform. Yeah, so just keep your eyes on that, just for your understanding, isn't it? I And let me know the count as well, because it's been long, I haven't seen that. So just ping me, just ping in our WhatsApp group. That group is for all our concerns, queries, announcement, everything. Yeah, so that's going to be there. So don't shy, just pick it up, speak out, right, whenever required, isn't it? So that's there. So this is what the simplest and easiest way how we can install the Java, the first thing, right? The second comes in, to work with, to start with, the Selenium is the the Eclipse IDE. So there are a number of like integrated development platforms, right, the available. So we go with the IDE, Eclipse, right? So why Eclipse is very user friendly. um, Easily support is, again, the easily support is available. Open source plug and play utility. You don't have anything to be installed over here, right? So we just need to download and consume it. That is what the Eclipse is all about. Yeah. So we have IntelliJ, we have the Atom, we have the Visual Studio, and number of ideas there in the market. But this is what again the one of the most widely used. Open source, go everywhere, sorry, go anywhere. 80% chances you will find Eclipse there. But it's nowadays the IntelliJ is again taken care of. So whenever you go, probably you will see the IntelliJ as well. But it's quite difficult to get in familiar with IntelliJ. Eclipse is more user friendly. Get start with Eclipse, and eventually when you understand about all the functionality, basic usage of the this particular tool, IDE, and then you can eventually move towards the IntelliJ. Again, IntelliJ is providing the free open source, the tool as well. Yeah, so you can just download, have it, and then explore it. This is up to you. Yeah, it's on to you, right? Not up to you, it's on to you. You need to get your hands dirty on IntelliJ as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Eclipse, and then eventually, like, once you are done and once you are familiar with this, get the IDE at your workstation and practice it on. Because if you go in the organization, it might possible you get IntelliJ over there and don't be surprised, isn't it? So that is something on you. You need to practice it on IntelliJ as well. But once we are done with entire syllabus course, you that is on you only, isn't it? So make a note of this point. Yeah, IntelliJ, which is something what you need to work on. So to get this Eclipse, simply again go to Google and say download Eclipse for um, Java and something like that. Um, yeah, download Eclipse for Java, and then you will get the Eclipse. Again, see Eclipse org is in the organization, and then go with this Eclipse IDE for the Java developers. So if you open this, it will come up with a new window and then a number of things over here. Yeah, so you'll get all those things, right? Eclipse IDE for the Java, and then so what I prefer usually, don't go with the current version of the Eclipse. If you just scroll down, you can see over here more downloads. We have the older version and then the different versions of the Eclipse over here. So 2012 is there, 21 is there, and number of things. If I again go for the older version, let me see what I can get. So I can see this much only. Now I guess, oh, so they have removed or something like that. Ah. Usually we used to get a Photon, Helios or something like that over here, but nowadays like that has been removed. So they are not showing anything in older version as well. So only we have this option. It's saying Eclipse ID 2022 and the 12. So go with anyone among these. I would prefer go for one or two version less. So this is something which is good to have. You can go with this 6 as well, right? Don't go with this 2013 and the latest one. Don't go with that. I'm not recommending this. Go with anyone among these three. Yeah, so whatever you want, so you just get it. So just click open in new window. I'll go just ping this URL to you. And what we want is we want this is Eclipse IDE for the Java developer. Let me see which version I have. I have Photon. I have this as well, Helios as well. And over here I have something again. Ah, different version of Selenium. Yeah, so I'm using pretty much old version, is it? Yeah, all right. So these are the pretty old version. Like even we do not have that in the category, right? I can see it. I cannot see it. Like I was actually looking out for that, but like in older version, like again, like we do not have anything. Yeah. So if I go over here, so probably we did that one only, but no, is they are not there. All right, no worries. So you can go ahead and then just download Eclipse IDE for the enterprise developer. You can get this one or this one as well, but I'll go with this one. So go with this one, Eclipse IDE for the enterprise Java or the web developer. Go with this one. So you'll get mostly over here a JavaScript and all these stuffs. You will be able to get it, and how you can go with it. Actually, I'm looking for get Eclipse Java Maven tool, Maven integration for the Eclipse, and what we have over here. Just give me a minute. Git integration, Eclipse Java development kit, Maven integration. Alright, either of the one can work. So you can go with this one as well, Eclipse ID Enterprise Solution, or if you want to go with this Eclipse ID for Java developers, you can go with this one. Either of the one will gonna work. Go with this. I'm gonna go ahead and ping you this URL. If you face any challenge, sometime what happen, the system may not support. So either like if it's not working, so you can go with this one, Eclipse IDE for Java developer. You can go with this one as well. Yeah. So it has the basic Git and then the Maven integration, the basic things we have over here. So you can go ahead with this thing. Right. So you can go ahead with this as well. Yeah. It's gonna be doable. So what we need to do is once you are here, so it's giving you the download link. Yeah. So we are supposed to download this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So is over here we have this download link based again like based on your operating system, like Windows 86, so 32 and 64-bit, the same one, Mac, and then the Linux. So just download this file. So you will get it at your workstation. So it will gonna download some zip file, something like this. So let it download completely. It's there, you can see. So you can download it. What you need to do is you need to extract it. As is doing that stuff. Yeah, it's been extracted. You can see this is what the folder. I guess I close it. Why it is? Not sure what is happening, but it's pretty straightforward, right? You just need to extract it all. I think something weird happened. I click this twice, so it's not doing that now. But like when as soon as you extract, you will get some folder over here, and then in that folder, what you need to do is you just need to copy that and paste wherever you want, isn't it? So like then like once you get it, once you extract, you will get something folder, some like this, and then in that folder you have the eclipse and all those things. So get it at your workstation at wherever you want. So go into your D drive and then create some folder over here called as something selenium, and then something like this, right? You can go over here and then you can create any folder, right, wherever you want to keep your things, right? So just keep over there. So just create something. We'll go over here next time. So just create one folder called as software, yeah, something like that. I'm looking out for this, yeah. So just create a folder called as softwares. So you can use your D drive, or if you have only C drive, that's fine. So create one folder called as softwares, because we're going to go ahead and use multiple. So you can see a Java is also here. So I cut pasted from the download to here, so that I just have it. It's not needed, but you can keep it at all things at one go. So it's easy for us to taken care of. Yeah. So create one folder at your drive, say software, and then you can just cut paste your Eclipse over here. You can see the two different version. This is just I downloaded and extracted, and like it will be here. This is what the photo is. Been pretty old, 2021. You can say it. So this again 2000 is pretty much old. Yeah. So I really need to upgrade it. So anyone like this, and then you just need to open it, and you can see this is there, and this is what the plug and play. This is what your Eclipse is all about, right? So if you double click on this, the Eclipse will be open at your machine. So you just need to go cut paste from your download to like wherever you want, create one folder, and just go inside. If you just open, and then you can see a simple icon, you will be able to see, and you just need to double click on it, and then Eclipse will start at your machine. It will come up with some discolor. So depend on the version which you are using, the look and feel will vary. Yeah, so it will change. So what you can do, it's not good idea every time you just come over here. So you might know right how to create a shortcut. Just right click on it, and then probably right show more option, and then just send to a desktop. Yeah, that you can do. So it will gonna create a shortcut, and then you will have it on your desktop right directly over. I get so many things over here. So like you will get right something like this. So this is what the photon I do have. This is what the Helios I have, and this one more Eclipse is there, isn't it? So you'll get the shortcut at your workstation right on your desktop. So every time you don't need to go into that particular path, you can just click on that this the portion, the icon, and then get your Eclipse open. So is there all right, I'll just say cancel. So is there, yeah. So this is what, right, our Eclipse has been opened, right? We open from there in that particular location, from this location. So it's been open at my end. Yeah, so it's been open, and this is what very first look of the Eclipse we will be able to get it. Yeah. So if I open it, so this is what the very first loop. Actually, it's not. Before that, also we get one window saying the welcome window. Probably I'm using it over and over, so that is not coming here because it's already been installed at my machine. Let me close this and open something different. Let me go with this one. So this is just a shortcut I have created. Probably I want to show you how it looks at the first go. So this is what I'm, telling you guys the IntelliJ IDE. So you will get it a free version of it. Yeah, you can get it and then some have practice on it. Yeah, you can go ahead now with it. All right. So yeah, so that's there. Yeah, so you will be come up with this screen, right? So when you first time launch it, so it will gonna ask you about the workspace, right? So so it was launched previously for directly because this setup has been done there. So ideally it should ask you about this pop-up window. You will come up with this pop-up window and it will gonna ask you the workspace, right? So what this workspace is meaning, so it is the simple folder structure it is asking about. So right, as you see over here, I have different folders. Over there I have this workspace. Yeah, something like this, right? So it has taken like this workspace here, yes, I believe so, and then started with this project. So what workspace is all about, see the different workspaces. This is what the photon I'm using. So I have all projects here. So what is workspace is nothing but a folder, a simple folder where we can create all our projects at one place. That is what it is asking about. Give me the folder of your choice where the Eclipse is asking us, give me a folder where I can keep like keep all the projects which you're gonna create under the Eclipse. That is what it is asking for us. Yeah. So give any proper path. So like as we are doing it, as we are learning automation, so like I would prefer you to create some folders called as software. You can create the first, which is software. Second, you can create a folder called as workspace. Simple. And then get this path, copy this path, and give it to Eclipse. Just say this is what the path where I want you to keep all your project record, right? So you can provide this path and just say launch. It will gonna launch your Eclipse with that particular path. And if you click this checkbox, so next time it won't ask you. It will taken care default that path. So that is what previously happened when I open it. Like I might have checked this, so it opened directly. So like you just need to click it, or it's your choice. So but like if you don't, so every time it will gonna ask you what I need to open or provide with the pass. So better once you are configured, you can just click it, yeah, and then just say a launch. What I need to do is I'll just go over here and in workspace I'll go ahead and create something new. And make sure, right, what just if you are looking at my screen and if you are looking at this path, I do not have any space between, and it's not recommended, right? So always whenever you are creating folder and if you are making use for the automation purpose, no space between the text which you are using. Either work use one word, use underscore, use hyphen, whatever you want, but no space, right? Like test under test space workspace, biomed space automation. No, it's not the correct way. Correct way is like one word only, or if you are having multiple words, use underscore or the hyphen over there. Yeah, no space in between. So I can specify that over here, right? So I specified it and I'll say launch. Yeah, this is what the fresh Eclipse IDE, the latest version, I would say. 21.9. All right. Let it launch. So do you guys want a break of 5 minutes? So if you want, we can go ahead for the 5 minute break and then we can continue. You guys there? Yes, no?
Yes, Rahul.
Yeah. So just go for the 5 minute. Yeah. And then it's I guess probably 11:30. Um so yeah, just 5 minutes. We'll come back in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
This conference will now be recorded.
Let me know once you're back, guys.
I am back.
Good.
Hey, Rahul, I'm back.
Good. Good. So we'll just wait for the Purnima and Dada Sahib. Ankit. Yeah, Ankit has joined. Okay, good.
I'm also back,
All right.
Rahul.
Good, good.
I'm here, sir.
Fine. Um, Ankit, you back? All right. So the idea is you just need to listen this recording or we just listen in this particular when the online session is going on. Just something like you are watching movie, right? You don't need to do anything at your workstation when the session is going on. Like I just need to mention it in the start of the session, but I somehow miss it. But yes, so what is the pattern is you just need to watch what is going on in the meeting, just as you are watching movie. Don't do anything. Just fold your hand, sit back, relax. Ask question, n number of questions, whatever you have. Stop me then and there if you didn't understood anything. Sit back, relax, just watch what is going on, isn't it? Don't do anything at your workstation. Yeah, just like if I'm pinging some URLs to you, just copy paste, make one Word document, and just paste those URL there, dump those URL there. That's it. Don't even open it. Just dump that, copy paste those URL into that Word document. That is something which you need to do. Rest, you just need to sit back, relax, and just see what is going on. You have an entire week to practice this. I don't want you to, work practice with me. I want you to hit that URL and then struggle like where I want to go now. I want you to, do that by your own. I'll just guide it you once, and if you are facing any challenges, recording is there. Refer the recording. Yeah. So I want you to dig it out, Google it out, open that URL, look at what is there in different options, what are different options available, how it looks. So it should not be new for you. It should not be something like I'm giving you direct URL and download this and you download it in 2 minutes and then move forward. No, that is something I don't want. I want you, when you hit that URL, I want you to look at the entire page. What is all things are there available for you? All options what are available for you. I want you to spend some 5 minutes of time on that particular page when you are downloading Eclipse, when you are downloading Java, when you are on any particular URL which I'm giving to you. I want you to understand that. It should not, it shows you know something in that particular area. If I'm giving you URL, if you're downloading it directly and using it, that means down the line, if someone is asking you, hey Pallav, tell me how to download the Eclipse, you will be wondering, यार तो मुझे कुछ URL दी थी मैंने directly download की थी and then I just started. No, that is I don't want. I want you to be saying, okay, what you need to do is get onto this particular URL. There are different versions available. Don't get into the older version. This is what I want to prefer. Don't go with the latest one as well. Go with the one or two version prior. Download that. This is what the answer I want from you. What is the difference? Can anyone tell me in two answer? What is the difference? The first answer I gave, and I got some URL and from there I downloaded and installed and go ahead. That is what my first answer. And what was the second answer? Yes, go to this particular URL. Don't do that. Get into this particular things. Don't get the older version. Don't get the latest version. Get some two or three older version, right? And download that. Use your workspace. You need to provide your workspace path over there, and then just get started. I want this answer from you. So what is the difference between these two answer? Anyone? Anyone?
We are using the stable version.
No, that is something different story. But what it makes a difference when you answering in this way, how it make a difference?
We have done some research from our end as well, and not blindly following
Exactly.
that what are
Exactly.
giving.
That is something important. It might happen in interview, you get this question, how you downloaded your Eclipse. This is very basic question, but what interviewers is, the intention over here to just look out how you are taking things. It's very easy to download the Eclipse. It's hardly take a 5 minute, not more than that. But the way you answer, it makes a lot. It makes a difference a lot. If you just say, I got some URL from one of my friend, and then I just click on that and I downloaded so XYZ version, and then that's it. I started using. No. If you answer this, you get 0 mark in that answer. This is what you need to understand. You need to understand the psychology of the interviewer. You don't need to understand the interview question. No. Anyways, you have to give the answer to the question. But you need to understand the mentality or the psychology of the interviewer behind that question. If you understand that, the interview is going to be like this for you. That is the one thing you need to start learning from today, isn't it? That like the way you are answering the question is very important. It is very simple how to download the Eclipse or how to install the Eclipse. It's very simple. Answer is very everyone knows, right? But when you stand out from the mob is the way you answer that particular question. Yeah, to download the Eclipse, what I we need to do is just on Google, I need to search download the Eclipse, and then we will be getting n number of options from there. But yes, we need to select the particular version of the Eclipse for the developer. And then over there, we have different packages, right? As you can see over here on this particular website, we do have the different packages over here, right? And then like we get the different versions, right? So what I used to do is I generally prefer the one or two version, so which is most stable. So if I go with the latest one, it may not be stable or having some the defect or vulnerability or something which is be fixing. So I usually prefer to going two or three versions prior so that I'll get the most stable version. And then I just the open it and download the file and then install it, right? And just keep like creating workspace for it and then going on it. So I used to do that. So if you give this answer, so what interviewer is saying, okay, this guy has done some research. So this is like very simple question, but it shows like okay. Again, the important stuff is the way you answer the first question is the way you will gonna answer all the question in the interviews in the interview. Yeah. So that this silly question, simple question, you might have seen, अरे यार उसने तो बहुत सिंपल सवाल पूछे मुझे, कुछ लाइक कोई टेक्निकल सवाल नहीं, ऐसा कैसा इंटरव्यू लिया यार, इतना सिंपल कोई पूछता है क्या और बोल रहा है कि सिलेक्ट नहीं हुआ. दिस इज व्हाट फेयर यू लैक. This is what is happening in reality. He will not, he or she, whoever is the interviewer, sometimes they may not ask you any technical question. They will ask this one, two, or three question, and that's it, done. They are said, okay, we are done for the day. You might have seen this thing, right? How many of you come across this scenario? I went for the interview and like कुछ पूछा ही नहीं, दो तीन सवाल पूछे and then बोलता है हो गया. ऐसे कैसे यार? Something this might be happen with you sometime. Is it? Is this something happen with you? Anyone? So this is what we need to understand the psychology behind the question, isn't it? So don't take any question in the interview lightly. So when you are answering the question, you need to be 100% alert. Don't think, अरे ये तो बहुत simple है, मुझे आता है. No, no, no. You are making blunder over there if you are answering it in your casual way. Understand the psychology behind that question. What he wants actually. What interviewer want actually. He know definitely you know how to download the Eclipse. Then why he is asking this question to you? Is it something rocket science to download the Eclipse? To download the Java? No. Then why that is the interview question? Right? This is point to think of. Yeah. So like you need to like what that guy want is how much research you did on that when you're downloading the Eclipse. So if you're doing some research over here, that means you will gonna do the research for each and every things or each and every questions that comes your way. That shows that the thing, isn't it? So that is something it is. So very important. Yeah. So think that perspective, right? It's very easy, very simple, but think that perspective, right? So mind like you need to understand that psychology. Yeah. That's what how it is. All right. So we were here. Yeah. So when you launch the Eclipse, so this is what the very first page you will get it. So welcome page, nothing much. You just need to close it, or you can, this is what the checkbox. You can just see, click it, but it will gonna show you every time. So you don't need to get into this. Just close this welcome, and then over here this is what you will get it as the movement. That's the latest version of the Eclipse. Yeah. So in Eclipse we have a four section. You can see over here, this is what the one first section where is the package explorer, where you will see all the projects in upcoming line. Meantime, let me open this one as well. Okay, so this is the package explorer, right? So where you will be able to see all the projects which will be creating in future. Then this is the panel, right? So this is the major workstation, like working area where you will be writing your code, right? So when you are coding, so you will be able to see the code over here in this particular section. This is the outline section, where you will get some information about, like, right, whatever you are writing over here. So if you move your cursor on that, so you will get some outline over here. Or when you are debugging the code, you will get the information in this particular outline section. Yeah, in this outline section over here. And over here at the bottom, you see so problems, Java doc, and declaration. So this is the panel where you will get the output issues, right, about when you execute your program, right? So you'll get output over here. If there is any failure, if there is any error, so you will get in this particular section. So the Eclipse is all about this four section only. Yeah, the first one is the package explorer. The second, this section. Yeah, in this section, like you will be having the code and then debugging and all small information, and the like the explorer over here. All right, the outcome over here, right? Positive, negative, whatever it may be, you will get in this particular section, right? That is pretty straightforward. So if I have opened this one, so if in real life, you'll be able to see something like this, right? So this is what my package explorer I can see. You can see the n number of projects are here lying, right? So these all are the projects which we supposed to work on. And then this is what the panel, like the second panel, this is what, right? So this is that particular area. So I expanded it. This is outline. You can see my outline over here. I just minimize it. You can like you can keep it or you can just close it, something like that. So you get a better room to write your program. Yeah, so just close it. You won't need it that much. And this is what the three main section which you will be needing. Yeah, so first is explorer. This is one. This is what the room, right? This is what it is. And again, like this, you can just say if you just minimize it, so again you will have the good space. Yeah, it is, went over here. Yeah, at this corner. So this is what like the two panel which we need. First is the explorer, and the second one is where we can write the coding. That's it, right? So this is what in real life, and this is what when you start initially, and it's there. So if you click on this icon, so again it will restore this one, and if you don't want, you just minimize it, so it will go at this particular corner. Yeah, so it's there. Just how like hands dirty over here. You need to start it on, and then that's there. Yeah, so that's there. This is what the real life, and then is there. Yeah, so like to create the project over here, right? So we'll see like how we can go ahead and create. So any question, guys, like I so if you have any question, just stop me there and there, and then like we can go ahead. Yeah, so main time is pretty straightforward thing, just plug and play kind of utility we are doing. Yeah, so nothing much, but yes, that's most important. Yeah, so like as now what we have in our machine is our workstation is we got our Eclipse, we got our Java as well, and that is what we are no we can start now, right? So that is what like so Eclipse is in plug and play utility. We have nothing to install in Eclipse. We just download it, extract it, and start it on like you might have seen. Yeah, we downloaded and just started using it, consuming it. This is plug and play utility. We don't need to install anything. It's open source, right? Java is something, it's a language, we need to install it. Yeah, and then when it comes to Selenium again, like we just need to download one jar file and that's it, right? We do not have anything to be installed in that. All right, so good. We are good to go. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and create the first project, which is a simple Java project, and then we'll start with something. So over here, like you can see, we are getting some option. So create a project over here. Now, so I just gonna click over here, or we do have second option. Go to file, say new. Over here as well, we'll be able to see a number of option. I can say a Java project from here as well. So you will see it the first time when your Eclipse is fresh, new, brand new, right? No project, then only you'll be able to see this option. But often you do not have this option, right? So make a practice, go to file, new, say Java project.
Rahul,
Jaya,
there are two options. One is the Java project, other one is a project, just a project name. So what is the
right.
difference between those two?
All right. So if I go over here, Java project and then project, let's go to project. So if I go to project, you can see there are different projects. We have the general project, we have the Gradle project, then we have Java over here again, we have the Maven project. Yeah. So over here we are on the Java project. So this Gradle and this Maven, these are the build tool. Yeah, so we're going to learn about the Maven. So the structure of this particular Maven and the Gradle is again a build tool. Yeah, so the Gradle and the Maven works in a same hand in hand. I mean those are the same thing. As we have Eclipse and then the IDE, two different tools. In the same way we have the Maven and the Gradle as a build tool. We're gonna come it on that later. Yes, we are gonna cover Maven as well. Yeah, so that is comes into that way. But yes, if you want to create a Maven project, then we need to come over here, right? As of now, we're gonna learn about the Java. So again, like you can create from here Java project, simple Java project, or it's been given directly over here as a Java project. So that is what the difference between this project and then the Java project. All right, good. You got it.
Yeah, yeah, yes, Rahul.
All right, yeah, good. Yes. So go ahead and create a Java project, and then I'll say something like a taste project or my first project, whatever you want to do, I can get it. So you can see use the default location. You can see our the workspace name over here, and it will gonna resides under that particular folder. If you remember, in workspace we created the test workspace folder. Probably I would have given a proper name. All right. So and then under that we have the test project over here. It's right, the name which has been given over here. Yeah, so it's there. So Java version is taken as like 16 or something like that. I can go ahead and change it to 1.8. Yeah, I can do that as of I'm using 1.8. So that's there, and then I'll say finish. It's been created. You can see a test project, right? Your first project. So if I expand, I'll get something over here. This is what JRE files. Yeah. So it will gonna pick up all these jar files by default. That is what something a system libraries, right? So remember we have given path bin folder binaries, right, in our environment variable. So it's picking up all the files from that particular location. If we are looking at over here, so it's gonna pick up all the jar files, right, and which is required for the Java project. So be there, this is the system configuration. You don't need to do anything for this. So what you are looking like, we will be interested into this particular src folder. Yeah, so we'll be interested over here. So let me take you over here what is happening at this particular backend, right? So probably I would have given name as Selenium training by something 13, so it will be something meaningful. But yeah, that's fine. So like I gave name as a taste workspace, so that's fine. So I'll go ahead over here and like whenever, right?
Rahul,
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt again. So, are we not able to? Are we not allowed to change the workspace name once it is started?
yeah, we can create a number of workspace
Okay.
like as soon as we want, so we can
No,
change it.
not creating. Are we allowed to change the name of the workspace?
It's
Suppose now
not
we
recommended actually.
have. Okay.
Is not recommended. Reason being, if you are looking at this particular folder, dot metadata, we have not created it, but how it came? You can, if you are looking at this, it has came like 601. Yeah, when it came, as soon as I given this particular path to my Eclipse, you remember we provided this path to Eclipse and say launch, and then Eclipse launch. So when I provided that path and Eclipse launch, the Eclipse gonna create this particular folder at your location. So now if you change the workspace name, so it will gonna interrupt the Eclipse to start with. This is something which is the backend process which Eclipse is doing at your workstation. So that's what is not recommended. Better create a new like the workspace and start Eclipse again with that new name, isn't it? That is something we can do. So don't interrupt over here now, isn't it? It is that much simple. And like it's your duty not to touch this again, this folder, metadata folder. So like if you are touching this and moving around, so that means you are disturbing the setup of Eclipse, isn't it, in your this particular workspace. So make sure you will not never gonna touch this dot metadata folder, right? It is something Eclipse is internally using to keep you not at one particular place, isn't it? So don't do that. So what we are interested in, we are interested in this particular things. So we created the project over here. Sorry, in Eclipse, name test project, and you can see it at your workstation, right, under this particular folder with the name test project. If I open, I'm able to get the project structure over here, right? Again, I do have the settings, I have the bin over here, I have the src, and then some class path dot class path and dot project file. Don't ever touch these two file. Don't ever play with these two files. If you do, you will mess up your project. Yeah, don't ever touch dot settings. What you will be interested only in src folder. Don't ever go in bin as well, right? So don't do that. So what you will be interested in src, we'll be looking into this down the line, right? What this things is all about, right? If you want to get it. So if I just open it, don't know. I have um, yeah. So this is something the configuration. Yeah. So like this is like, again in some language, written in some language, right? So some tags are there and it's been internal purpose. You can see the src over here, the output over here, right? Some code at the back end, class path and all those stuff, right? You really don't need to do anything with this. Don't mess up this stuff, isn't it? So don't do anything over here. Similarly, if I go for this, again, um, see, this is what again, you are seeing this thing. This is again a IDE. As we have Eclipse, as we have IntelliJ, this is again a IDE. You can use this one as well. Yeah, it's open source. We have this IntelliJ as well. Yeah, so like you just need to look into this IntelliJ. Yeah, so this is what you can see a test project. So if you want to change your project name down the line, this is the place where you can change your project name. Yeah, that is something, right, you can do. Just like if you want to do, right? So this is what the place, this is what the file dot project file, you can see your project name is there and some, the files is here. So that is what only purpose, you can refer this particular file. Don't disturb anything over here. Yeah, but just in case, right, if you want to change it the name, you can change it from here. So I'm gonna close all these two files. So better not to touch this thing. The only play area is this src folder. Yeah. So over here, so whatever we create, we're gonna create in Eclipse, right? That will comes under this particular src folder. So it's just creating, the backend structure, right, for us, isn't it? So whatever we do in Eclipse now, right? So whatever project we are creating, let's take an example. If I create some new project again, Java project, say paste new project, something like that, new project. So it will be going to create again one folder here. So it will going to keep creating new folders for all the projects, and it will going to dumping all your work whatever you do over here in this particular folder. That is the simple idea. Yeah, just creating a backup for your, right, whatever you will be doing over there in Eclipse. Sometime if Eclipse crash, you will be having this at your workstation. Again the same structure. Yeah, so don't disturb anything. Where our area is only src folder, which is the source folder. Src stands for source. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, so that's there. So this is what, the story happening at the back end.
Hello,
All right. Yeah, any
hello.
question we have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
along. Yeah, I was just asking you like what the dot setting, dot src, and what, and there is one more dot bin. What it does? Yeah.
So
So dot settings. What is this for? Dot bin. What is this for? And dot src. What is this for?
SRC we just talked. SRC is where like the source file, where we'll be able to get like whatever you are doing, right? So in the, if you are creating any project, right, program, so it will be coming under this SRC. Bin is something the binaries, right? So as of now is empty because we do not have anything over here at the moment. So it's empty. So when we are doing that, it will be coming over here. It's a binaries only, right, for that particular project. Dot settings is a setting file which is Eclipse has created for this particular project, right? When this little folder has been created, so Eclipse will gonna create some setting files to just keep, what we can say, that the connectivity between this folder and the Eclipse. So it's been internal process of the Eclipse that is gonna do over there. Class path. So like over here we can see, so some modules. So this is what the src source path again, and then the output folder. So what is this output, we're gonna see it later because it's yet to come. And there are some, different paths over here. So this is something like higher level, at the level of the guys those are, design this Eclipse. So at that level this is gonna make sense, but for us, like it's just a file, we don't need to really bother about it. What we are interested in, like in this particular file project if we want to change the project name, right? Rest is all the configuration is just a system files, right? So as we install the Java and there are n number of dozens of file, if you go over here, right, where it was, so like likewise, like whenever we install anything, any software, so there are n number of file, but we really take care of all? No, we really don't need to. So if we go over here, Java JDK, so there are dozens of files, isn't it? So if I go into bin, the entire the n number of files. So do we really take care of this? No, we really don't need to be. Yeah, we don't need, like we just bother about it. It's not our task. This is something which a developer need to take care of. We are just a consumer, we are the user of this. We are not a developer, we are the users, isn't it? So we don't need to get into it. So what we are interested in, this thing, that is what we are interested, right? So but make sure we have this Java file and then this Java W file over here, isn't it? Ways of workspace file. So that's there, but like we really don't need to get into this all these steps. Some libraries are there, some JRE files are there, so this is not our area. We really bother about it, isn't it? So that's there. But yes, these are all files, supporting files there. So what we are interested again when we are creating project here, so yeah, it's good to know, but we are majorly concerned about this source folder, isn't it? So
Yeah,
does that help?
I was wondering like if the interviewer asked me like if you create a project in
Mm-hmm.
Eclipse and
Mm-hmm.
when you go to folder
Mm-hmm.
of your project,
Mm-hmm.
so you see three folders, three files, dot
Right.
setting, dot bin, and dot src. So he
Right.
might can ask me like what does that mean or what they do, why they are there.
Actually, sometimes you get this question, and that is what we need to say. So in the same way, right, you can go ahead and explain them the things, right? So when we create the project, probably we'll see the five things. Dot setting is going to be created by the Eclipse by himself to understand and to keep the synchronization of the Eclipse ID and then the backend folder. Then we get the bin where we'll be having the all binaries, and then we will be having the src folder, the source folder, where we will be having all the projects, programs which will be right in the Eclipse, and then we do have the class path and then the dot project file. Yeah. So you can explain it likewise. So that's there. Yeah. So like that is simple answer you can give to the interviewer. So that's there. But probably it will never ask. I mean, because this is not the area, right? It will never be asked to you. But it's good you ask. Yeah. So that's there. So simple answer you can give in that way, right? So there are n number of dozens of questions to be asked. But yeah, so like yeah, it will never. But sometime it might possible. Like we never know, right? We never know what is come to our way. But we should know these things. Yeah. So you can simple explain those five the folders which will it will create it backend by the Eclipse for us. All right. So that's there. Okay, so just moving to the next, this is for the source folder. It's in simple language SRC. And then what we can do, we'll just go ahead and create something over here. So if I right click and if I say new, and then again, like I'm gonna go ahead and have, right, Java project. Right. So again over here we do have the just Java project and then the simple project, but right, we don't need to get really into these two option. What we are interested into the options which are there down, right? Package, class, interface, and all these things. So we're gonna go see each and every one by one, step by step. So we understood the difference between the Java project and the project, what they are stands for, right? So today we're going to discuss about this class, right? And then like up down the lines we're going to discuss one by one, right? So I'm going to go ahead and create the class, right? Right click, say new, and I'm going to go ahead and create the class. So this is for the default structure, and I need to write the class name over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say uh, my first class. Yeah. So if you are looking at the way I uh, write this is something different. If I make it something like this, it's allowing me to do that, right? But so this is the correct way. So do you know the concept of the camel castling? So whenever, right, let me explain you. So let me like when we are creating any class, right? So you should always start with the capital letter and then followed by the small letter. If we have different word, so this is different word. Yeah, these three are different words. If I try to give space in between, it won't allow you to do that. If I try to use underscore, it will gonna allow me. But this is not a standard practice. What standard practice is, follow the camel castling. So if when we have the multiple words together, so the first letter should be capital, then first letter of second word should be capital, rest are small, then every first letter of every word should be capital, and then the small letter. So this is something, right? Whenever we are creating the class, we need to follow this industry standard. Yeah, this is what the industry standard when we are creating the class, right? So what is that? Follow the camel castling, isn't it? So this is what is called as the camel castling. Yeah, up down up down, you might have seen it. So this is what it is saying, right? So first letter of the word should be capital, and then all rest are the small. Do not include underscore, hyphen, anything over here. One word with camel castling, that is what you need to do, right? And then like you just need to select this public start void main. What this is all about, we're gonna see it later, but just be with me for some time. In modifier, you can select, it's been by default selected public, so you can make it as a public. Yeah, so let it be there, and you can just check this checkbox and say finish. So my, the first class has been created. So if you noticed, it's been created under this default package, and then we had some warning as well over there. So if you're gonna go with the default package, so what this package is all about. So if I like when I was creating this class, so the first thing came over here is a package. So it's first asking us to create the package, and then second priority is saying create a class, right? So first we need to create the package, and second we need to create the class. But I did in a reverse order. I created the class first, so that you should understand if we are not creating the package, what is going to happen. So it will go over under the default package. So what this package means actually, it means like under this src folder, you can see my class came directly over here. So what if let's take an example, I have 1,000 programs to write. So if I go in my real world over here, if I go over here and if I just expand this thing, just take an example, I created like some 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 the classes over here. Let's take an example, I do not have this package called as test cases. So what is gonna happen, so it will gonna create this thing over here as well in the same way. And this is like the again the practice project. So we have only 4, 5 or max 10 classes over here. So if you go in real life, you will be having hell lot of classes over here, 100, 200 maybe, depend on the project volume, isn't it? And if those all are under the default category, it will gonna very difficult for you to manage those classes, right? So the best idea is, what you need to do is create a different package, right? and segregate your project, segregate your program accordingly. So if I looked at over here, see, this classes stands for test cases. If I go into test base, this is again a package. I have one class over here. If I went over here, I have some classes over here. If I go over here, I again have some classes over here. If I go, I do have some classes over here. So it's just nothing but a structure. It's all about the structure. So this particular class, this particular program is falls under this particular category. It's just organization. Like it's just organizing our programs in a different way, in a proper way, not different way, in a proper way, structured way. Right? That is what the package is all about. Simple, straightforward. Right? Don't confuse much more. So it's just a folder structure to understand what this, what are the projects we are creating, what are the program we are creating falls under which bucket. Right? So we'll be creating a different projects, different program, right? Different methods, classes, different programs we're going to create. So those program needs to be organized in a proper way so that the maintenance will be easy for us. And if you want is something to be find out, we can find it out on a quickly and fastly. So it's just the it's just organizing, structuring our the programs. Yeah. So if we are not doing that, so it will land under this default package, and then like this all will be under one category only. So it's gonna be maze for us. Yeah. So don't do that, isn't it? So never ever use this default package. Always create a simple package and have your program under that particular package. Right? So that's there. So this is what the difference. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and create package. Yeah. So this is what the package. So probably I'll take this later because we do have need to follow the process to create the package. So there is some nomenclature process which we need to follow. I'll take this later. Yeah. So you got an idea, right? What the package is all about. That is what my major intention today. So we'll discuss because they is follow the nomenclature properly. We need to get into that first. Yeah? So I'll create package later. But at the moment, I just created this first class, right? And then that resides under default package. Keep in this mind. All right. So today, don't take burden. What is this public? What is this class? What is this public stand void main? All these things is don't take this. We'll come on this what it is and how it is. You will get everything right. So today, just understand the Eclipse and the how it work. Yeah. So we created the first class over here, and in Java language, whatever we create is about classes. Yeah. And the methods. Yeah. So every language is having its own the what we can say that um nomenclature or the terminologies, right? So every language is having their own terminologies. So if you go in Python, it may call something different. If you go in Ruby, they may call it as a different. So different languages having different nomenclature or the the terminologies to be used. But yes, the idea is always same, right? So this is what in Java we called it as class. Yeah. So this is what the class we created the class from here. If you just remember, we created the class from here. Yeah. So this is what the class, and now I can write my code over here, and then I can simply say um, system dot out dot println. So how these things are coming over here directly? Did I did anything to get all these things?
From the
I
library?
don't need to do. Sorry, someone is saying something.
Is it from the system library?
Exactly. Just from these system libraries, JRE libraries. Yeah. So when we create the projects, so it's coming over here. These libraries are coming over here. This is the power of these particular libraries. Yeah. This is the power of this library. We don't need to do anything over here. Yeah. So system.out.println. So this is the statement, right? To print anything. I'll say, right? So very first line whenever we learn something, right, in the programming the world, right? So if you want to print anything, right, right. So this is what the statement system.out.println. How do I get it? You just need to type, say system. If I say dot, and then it will give me what are different things are available under this particular class. So system is an class for the Java language, right? So as we created this class, this is a user defined class, my first class which we created. In the same way, system is a class, internal class created by the Java developer, right? And then that is there. So in this class, we have different methods available, right? So system dot out, in, error, right? This is what the like the different structures again they are available. This is what all the methods are available. So we need to use we are free to use whatever we want from this. So when I say system dot, this is what all the options we will be able to get, and then we are free to use whatever we want as per our business need. I can use anything among these, isn't it? So you are like, at the moment, even I don't know all this stuff, and no one knows all these things, right? So there are a hell lot of the methods available, and it's not possible for anyone to understand all these things. It's just business requirement, and when it comes requirement to comes, you're gonna dig it out and find it out. It's very easy to get these things. Don't worry at all about, isn't it? So you'll be habitual of getting all these things, and it's very easy down the line. Today you say, oh my, how can I do this, right? How can I deal with all these methods? So it's nothing, yeah. So it's you will be friendly very soon with all this stuff, isn't it? Don't take a burden as of now. So system dot out, over here you can see, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose it, and then again, see, this is all the methods we are available. This is available in the Java library, yeah. So you need to take the print ln. So ln is for the next line. It will gonna give you the next line. So that is there. And then what we need to do is we need to include whatever you want over here, say xyz or whatever you want, say morning or something like that, and then just need to run it. So you can right click, before that you can say save, control s to save it, right? You all guys are know, and then that's there. Or you can, I guess, here also we have the save option or something like that. I have no idea, somewhere. So you can use directly use the control s, or it will by default save it when you start running it. And then like you need to right click and say run as. We can go ahead and say Java application. So it will start running it, and then you will get the message saying hello world and then the good morning. Yeah. So this is what the console I taught. Like now we discuss the fourth panel, third panel over here at the bottom. So it will appear over here, like wherever you want, you can drag it out like as per your convenience. So that's there. See, it came over here. So it's up to you where you want. You can like shift it, shuffle it wherever you want, isn't it? So console. So hello world, and then we got the good morning over here, right? So this is what the simple the Java project to start with. you know so first what I did, I created the class, again that needs to be under some particular package, but at the moment we just started with, so we'll let it be in the default package only. And this is what, like, just to understand, right, how Eclipse works. So again we are at the same level. So if we looked at the professional way, so the package explorer, the programming area where we write the program, and then this is what the area where we get our the output, right, the program output. So the same we are here now, right? The explorer area where we are write our project structure, the playing area where we can write coding, and then we get the output over here, right? So this is what the simple structure is all about. So what you need to do at your end, so you just need to deal with this thing, yeah. So just configure Java at your workstation, have Eclipse, download it, go through the website, understand what are different options available over there. Same way, when you download the Java, look at the Oracle site. What are all options available over there? What are all operating system available over there? What it is offering? Do we have that open? Here it is. Uh, I guess the previous page. Here, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Just go through it. Yeah, just don't blindly download anything. Yeah, just go through it. Have some spend some 5 minutes of time. What just looked at. Just capture this moment. Just look at what is there. Oh, don't directly go and just download and just run away. No, don't do that ever. Just have some look. Oh, what is this? Who Oracle is providing? Okay, fine. And something over here, yeah, here and there. Just spend 5 minutes. Enough, right? Scroll slowly. What you are downloading? I'm downloading something over here. Java Development Kit. Okay, some version is there. All right, no problem. Something like that. And then what we have the Linux, and then in Linux again we have some ARM. Okay, some RPM packages. All right. Though you don't know Linux, but have some look. What is there in that? It will gonna add some value in you, and that is what slowly and eventually you become expert. Yeah, don't go like blindly. Okay, I want to go for Windows and then download it and just run away. No, that is not usually you should do, right? You need to get into this. So what different operating system we have? Okay, we have Solaris as well, right? In Solaris again we have some these Sparks, something like that. Have some look. Mac OS. Oh, for Mac it is only one version. How good, right? For other languages we have different versions. Look at the Linux and number of versions. For but Mac only one. Oh, Solaris again four version, Windows two version. So if you have spend only some time, this much time, you'll get something. Might be like you will getting question. So how many versions of the installable Javas are available in the installable Oracle? Mac के लिए कितना था यार? मैंने तो देखा ही नहीं. मैंने directly तो download कर लिया. See, it's a very simple question, but you don't need to follow into that category. So we have only one for the MacBook. Yeah, something like that. So it shows, right, how you take the things. This question is not about how you download the Java or what is available over there or not. It's question about how you took this thing, isn't it? Understand the mindset or the thought process or the psychology of the interviewer besides that interview question. Don't just blindly answer anything. Understand the psychology behind the question. That is the very first thing you need to do. Moving forward, right from today, whenever you answer any question to anyone, first understand the psychology of that person behind that interview, behind that question. Take a pause of 2 seconds. Even you know the answer, take a pause of 2 seconds, think of and then answer. That most of you are doing, but again I'm like iterating the same. Yes, you need to do it because you guys are that much mature enough. But I just to reiterating it. All right. So take a pause, think some on that, and then answer the question. Even if you know the answer, take a pause, think over, and then answer. Yeah, that is something which we need to do. All right. So that's all as of today from me, and I will soon upload this recording. Hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you will get all this recording there only, no other media. I cannot share such a huge file, over the mail. That is something which you really get into it, and these recordings will be privately shared. The mail ID which you gave to me, you will be able to access with that mail ID only. You won't be able to access it by any other mail ID. Yeah, so that's there, and then I'll look forward, and then we'll start our journey. Yeah, so to practice it on. So when you come for the next session, I want everyone to have Eclipse Java configure on your machine. If you have any question, put in the that WhatsApp group we have, in that group only. Moving forward, any question you have, you can directly post into that WhatsApp group, right? So whoever is having the answer among us, we can answer. If not, I'm there, right? I am the the primary person, the who has who's supposed to answer all the questions. But anyone among you knows the answer for that question, please go ahead. There is no right and wrong. If you know the answer, just go ahead. I'm here to correct if something went wrong or here and there. Don't just keep it, just keep fold, say I don't not, I supposed to not answer. No, no, nothing like that. If you know the answer, just answer it. All right. So that group, the purpose of that group is for that, this purpose only, isn't it? All announcement, all question answer should go in that group. All right. So with that, we'll wind the today's session and then enjoy the rest of the day. I'll soon upload this onto the YouTube. All right. Take care, guys. Thanks for your time. Thank you. If you have any
Thank
question,
you,
please
Rahul.
go ahead. Yeah.
Thanks, Rahul.
All
Thank
right
you,
then.
Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.